Joe Rogan recently spoke openly about what he claims happens behind the scenes in Hollywood. According to him, many actors and music artists face serious pressure if they want to succeed. He says that some directors, producers, and music executives expect performers to engage in inappropriate, personal situations in exchange for major roles, big performances, or high-value deals. He also mentioned that certain powerful people in the industry allegedly use their position to influence or pressure others into uncomfortable situations, offering career opportunities in return.
This is just from what I heard.
Right.
But, you know, Tarantino was telling us about this old school Hollywood producer who had a bedroom in his office.
Sure.
So you would go into his office, and this is like, you know, in the 60s or whatever. So he had his office, and then he had a whole bedroom in his studio.
Yeah.
Where he would bang all the starlets. Like, if you wanted to be a star, you had to bang that guy. Which is just the deal with the devil that has always been that business.
That's always been there. There's always been there. It's like why people start cults.
Yeah.
They always end up being cults, right? All these
100% of the time.
All of these guys on Netflix, it ends up being creepy and sexual.
Yep, all of them.
That's part of it. And I think if you have that kind of power and people, and you've got a steady stream of people walking in your door.
Yeah, and you're also doing this very specific thing where you're choosing the most beautiful people to be in these incredible films.
Right.
Many people believe that young actors are often the most vulnerable in the entertainment world. There are also claims that, in some cases, parents are aware of troubling situations but still allow them to continue. The industry is often described as one where silence is common. The idea of casting couch has been talked about for years, suggesting that some performers may feel pressured to do things they're uncomfortable with in order to get roles. According to these claims, others on set may notice what's happening but choose not to speak up. The concern raised is that as long as projects are making money and careers are moving forward, people may ignore these issues instead of addressing them.
Hollywood managers who manage kids, it's a racket, man.
Did you hear that kid from
these kids, dude?
That kid from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
He just left his manager, and they're alleging. They just left their agent. See if you can find that. Owen Benjamin,
the curly-haired kid. Oh, yeah.
And he's Owen Benjamin just put it on his Instagram today because Owen has been taking a lot of heat online because he said that a 3-year-old kid shouldn't be transgender, and people giving him a hard time saying he's a bigot. Like, are you out of your mind?
What's up with these transgender?
Stranger Things actor dropped agent because of accused of sexual assault. Disney star follows suit. Jesus Christ. This is nuts.
Watch an Open Secret, and they go through. Dude, they're accusing people. It's for free. I think on Vimeo.
Yeah,
you can watch it for free. On Open Secret.
Just on YouTube or something.
On Vimeo. You know what Sturgill Simpson told me? He said the same thing exists in music.
What?
He said in music there's a bunch of pedos and pederasty music as well.
The entertainment business all the way through. Music. This was about. This is about music and movies and TV. It's about the whole entertainment business.
Women and kids.
Mostly kids.
And sometimes dudes. You know, Terry Crews said that he was attacked. Well, not attacked. Some dude grabbed his
taken from his wife.
Some famous dude grabbed his dick.
There is a common belief that a relatively small circle of directors, producers, writers, and music executives hold significant influence in Hollywood. Over time, a few well-known figures such as Harvey Weinstein, Sean Combs, Arthur Kelly, and Woody Allen have faced public scrutiny and legal issues, bringing attention to serious problems within the industry. These cases have led many people to question how such behavior could continue for so long without being addressed. Some believe that others in the industry may have been aware of concerns but chose not to speak up, possibly out of fear of damaging their careers or losing opportunities. At the same time, it's important to be careful about making claims regarding individuals without clear evidence. For example, public figures like Oprah Winfrey are often mentioned in online discussions, but speculation and associations should not be treated as confirmed facts without reliable proof. Overall, these situations have sparked wider conversations about power, accountability, and the need for safer, more transparent environments in entertainment.
Oprah publicly supported victims of assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein. Singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution."
Please welcome Seal!
The 54-year-old who's appeared on Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses. My bad." While Weinstein maintains his innocence, Seal hasn't commented further, and Oprah has not responded.
This moment is a really powerful time for everybody to get woke.
Fans have come to her defense, pointing out Winfrey is a survivor. They also posted pics of Seal's ex, Heidi Klum, kissing Weinstein too.
Joe Rogan has spoken about issues in Hollywood on his podcast, where different claims and perspectives are often discussed. He mentioned that Oprah Winfrey and Harvey Weinstein knew each other professionally, which is common in the industry. However, claims that everyone knew or that there were specific contract terms involving such behavior remain allegations and are not fully confirmed facts. What is confirmed is that Weinstein faced serious charges and was convicted, which brought major attention to abuse of power in Hollywood. In short, some truths have been exposed, but not every claim circulating online should be accepted without clear evidence.
It's the other thing about him it's so crazy is how many photographs of famous people were with him and how many people thanked him when they won the award.
Of course.
It's so, and how it was this open secret. But it's just like they accepted this deal with the devil. Like the devil's going to make you a star if you suck. And apparently that's what he would do.
Yeah.
Whitney told me that there was girls that she knew that did the deal. And it was a deal. Like he's going to get you in this movie, and they and they got in the movie. Like he would hold up his end of the bargain, which is one of the reasons why he was so powerful. Because he really could. He wasn't just everybody.
Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein have both been involved in serious criminal cases. However, claims that they worked together to supply young performers to powerful elites remain allegations and are not proven facts.
Throughout history, whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally. So everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
Right.
There are ongoing concerns that some powerful people in entertainment may use promises of fame, money, or influence to pressure young performers. At the same time, Dave Chappelle is often respected for walking away from a reported $100 million deal, choosing independence over control. Oprah Winfrey once questioned his decision, but Dave later explained he didn't want to be in a position where money could limit his freedom. Over time, many people have come to better understand why he made that choice.
Completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No.
No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress.
Comedian Dave Chappelle left tens of millions of dollars on the table when he walked away from his popular Comedy Central show. Yep. A lot of people wondered, what the hell was he thinking? That's a quote. Chappelle says
he was thinking.
Or whether he was thinking. A lot of people ask that question. Chappelle says he had a crisis of conscience and stood up for his integrity as an artist. He explained to us how stepping out of the spotlight helped him avoid getting caught in a trap.
It's so much bigger than money, though, Dave. It's so much bigger than money.
Oh, no, it was bigger than money. But you know what? I watched one of these nature shows one time, and they were talking about how a bushman finds water when it's scarce. And they do what's called a salt trap. I didn't know this. Apparently, baboons love salt.
Okay.
So they put a lump of salt in a hole, and they wait for the baboon. The baboon comes, sticks his hand in the hole, grabs the salt. Salt makes his hand bigger, and he's trapped. He can't get his hand out. Now, if he's smart, all he does is let go of the salt. Baboon doesn't want to let go of the salt. Then the bushman just comes, takes the baboon, throws him in the cage, and gives him all the salt he wants. And then the baboon gets thirsty. The bushman lets him out the cage. The first place the baboon runs to is water. Bushman follows him, and they both drink to their fill. And in that analogy, I felt like the baboon. But I was smart enough to let go of the salt.
Some people questioned why Oprah Winfrey didn't speak publicly about Harvey Weinstein before his arrest. After the case became public, she addressed the issue and expressed support for victims. Like many others in the industry, her response came after the situation gained widespread attention, which led to public criticism and debate.
Kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days. And I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
And when you start talking about it out loud too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Are over. And if it happens to you back in the day, you would say, sometimes you're not even aware what he just said wasn't really inappropriate.
I know you've had a couple moments.
Where you just think, what did he just say?
Yes, I remember Gail had a moment when she came and said to me what somebody said to her was so inappropriate. I was like, oh my God, you can sue over that. But
no, and all I said was, what did you say? And then they repeated it.
Yes. Terrible.
I just sat there typing with my 20-something-year-old.
You pretend you didn't hear it.
Yes.
You pretend it's okay. You pretend you didn't.
No, it isn't. You're right, Jeff. You're absolutely right.
But a lot of women have been silenced, and I know.
But I do think it's going to change.
Being a victim of that when you feel like you cannot be heard, and then other people start speaking out, it makes you feel like, oh, now I can speak out too.
Yeah. So, and you've been speaking about it for
years. Yeah.
There's so many horrific accusations though involving young singers, like children.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's insane.
He makes R. Kelly look like a decent guy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy. And meanwhile, the guy was like hanging out with Oprah, hanging out with Obama,
Jay-Z,
everybody.
When it comes to Jeffrey Epstein's island, there has been a lot of speculation. Roger Avery once gave a vague and dismissive response when asked about it, highlighting how unclear and guarded the topic often is.
Like that's
Do you think so that you think is real? So
well, yeah. Not only that, I think that there's sacrifices going on every day in Los Angeles. I mean, allegedly, like high-level musicians, let's say, high-level female musician is like chickens every day doing sacrifices, like
high level.
Well, I don't want to say. I don't want to say names because I don't want to get sued, and I don't want to be dead either.
What is it?
Joe Rogan has also shared his opinion that some powerful figures in Hollywood can act in a way that makes others feel less important or inferior.
There is an arrogance that some stars had, like particularly in the 90s. When I first came to Hollywood, and this is like really evident for me because I was not a star, but I was on a television show. So I got to be around a lot of stars. And there was a way that some of them would treat you. They would let you know that you are subhuman. You are below them. They would communicate with you in the most disrespectful and dismissive ways, like weird, like mousy guys that I could like instantly, and they would just be rude to you in a really weird way because they had power. They had power. And then when an executive would come over, they would turn on the charm. They'd be smiling and laughing. And then you would talk to them at the craft service and they would dismiss you in the shittiest ways. I encountered a bunch of that.
Yeah.
It was commonplace. And it was, I think, a thing that they aspired to.
Stephen Twitch Boss worked closely with Ellen DeGeneres for many years on The Ellen Show. His passing in December 2022 was confirmed as a tragic suicide, but the reasons behind it were never publicly explained. Claims about notes, hidden evidence, or links to other figures like Sean Combs are unverified and based on online speculation, not confirmed facts.
We're learning more tonight about the tragic side of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before his suicide, he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left a suicide note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
I want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
There have long been rumors and stories about wild parties and questionable behavior among some elites in Hollywood. Figures like Richard Pryor have spoken in the past about extreme lifestyles in the industry. However, many of the more serious claims circulating online, about organized misconduct or consequences for speaking out, remain allegations and are not fully proven. In short, some real issues have been exposed over time, but many details being shared online mix facts with speculation, so they should be treated carefully.
Now I'm in Malibu, and it's supposed to be the shit, but but I didn't understand that. I'm with a black man that owns his house in Malibu. That's unheard of. Flip made it clear. He said, yeah, there's other black people here. Miles Davis is down the street. He's renting. So-and-so, he's renting. I own my. But I still didn't get it because I'm young. It's like, this is some boring shit out here on Malibu. The white people left and right. What's going on? So Flip one day looked at me and said, oh, you want to see the shit? I don't know what the shit is, but I want to see something other than Malibu. And he took me to the parties. He took me to the shit to make me understand this is why I don't be around me. And so you seen the orgies. You seen the people that was the stars and the that they was doing. And the smells and the looks in their eyes. And I was, in my youth, I kept a cutlass on me. And so I know I'm walking around holding my cutlasses because you seen people in states of mind that you never experienced nothing like that. I knew people that got high, but they didn't get high and did the that I was seeing. And so after I was exposed to it, Flip took me around it about 4 or 5 times. And then he said to me, you see why I don't fuck with that. Because, you had the group of people that painted their fingernails black, what they call Illuminati now. It was some kind of clique then. And in this clique, we wife swap and all this kind of shit. You can my wife and stand there and watch. And all I seen it. I literally seen all these things. And it was like, okay. And in my youth, I wasn't afraid. But I knew I would have hurt somebody if I was approached. I would have hurt somebody.
Jim Carrey has, at times, made unusual or symbolic statements in interviews, including references to secret groups and hand gestures he associated with powerful circles. These moments gained attention, but they are widely seen as personal opinions or interpretations, not confirmed evidence.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is.
You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it.
Around the same period, Joe Rogan discussed concerns about misconduct and power imbalance in entertainment, especially involving younger performers. While later cases like Harvey Weinstein did expose real abuse, it's not accurate to say that all claims were proven true. Many remain unverified.
Don't let your kids get into acting. Do not let your kids get into
Has
that.
it ever worked out?
Well, the other thing is, like, look at what happened with that Sandusky guy. That guy was taking care of kids. Like, his whole thing was like, hey, I do charitable work with children. I do charitable work and I take care of these kids. Yeah, I'm just all about helping kids. It's all about helping kids. They're our future.
Hell yeah, they're going after him.
That guy's entire business. Here's the thing. He's one of many. There's got to be like a bunch of people that ran their business that way.
But Weinstein, they say like in Hollywood, like my agent's like, oh no, yeah, it's about time he got caught. I'm like, what the f? Everyone knew this?
Dude,
like everyone knew.
Did you see his contract? It was in his contract. The way he had his contract set up was like they had a certain amount of money that he would have to pay if he had a harassment claim against him. It was like...
It was a thing for him.
Yes. Like he had so many claims. That's like first offense was $100,000. Second offense was $250,000. Third offense was $750,000. Fourth offense was $1 million. He had it written into his contract with Miramax. His contract with the Weinstein Company. Like
he owned Miramax, right?
I don't know. Explain that contract. Like he'd have to pay $100,000.
Yes. They're protecting themselves.
Oh, when they sign him, they go, okay, the first time with one of these guys, it's going to be $100,000.
Yes.
Second time, it's $200,000.
It's not just. Yes, I mean it was.
That's
so
how big of a problem it was.
It was such a huge. It was so known of what he would do, and look, even Quentin Tarantino said that he did it to his ex-girlfriend.
Roger Avery has also spoken on podcasts about controversial topics related to Hollywood and the Epstein case. However, statements claiming that everything in such files is real should be treated with caution, as not all details have been officially confirmed. Overall, some serious issues in the industry have been exposed, but many statements being shared mix facts, opinions, and speculation, so it's important to separate what is proven from what is not.
I think Ridley Scott knows things and Cormac McCarthy know things about the world that they put on film before everything was known. Like, I think if that movie was released today, people would be like, yeah, that's what's happening today.
Yeah.
And so, they're putting people in sulfuric acid into milk, into drums.
What the?
And shipping them around the world, as a joke.
That's in the film?
Yeah, there's all sorts.
Did you see the thing in the Epstein files?
Oh, yeah. Like those
those
Epstein files. In fact, I can't believe that, like, everybody just kind of like, oh, okay, and they're moving on with their lives. Did you see that guy at the Atlanta airport flipping out, the well-dressed black dude who just freaks out in the Atlanta, just like a couple of days ago? I saw it on YouTube, and I saw it on Twitter or X, and this guy's just freaking out in the Atlanta airport. He's like, I read the Epstein files. Like, all of you're going about your lives like nothing's happening. Look at, you're all zombies. And he's right. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Everybody is just numb to everything. Like,
on the Joe Rogan Experience, regular guest Eddie Bravo shared a theory about the Epstein case. He suggested that powerful networks might have used things like secret recordings and controlled guest lists to gain leverage over influential people. These ideas are speculative and not proven facts, but they continue to spark debate online.
Seems so crazy to think there's not a list.
That's what Jimmy said. He's a tinfoil hat guy.
There's a lady in jail for trafficking.
And Jimmy would acknowledge it.
To no one. Like, there's no one who's been arrested that she said to.
And that's what Aaron's saying.
Well, there's a list that's out. Who knows if it's fake? I don't know. It could be a fake list. Who knows? But Chris Tucker's on that list, And they asked Chris Tucker on a podcast, what's up with you being on the list? He didn't do what Jimmy Kimmel said. Jimmy Kimmel said it's a fake list. Who cares what that list says? It's fake.
Right.
Chris Tucker goes, yeah, I did go on that flight, but we went to Africa and I went with a bunch of diplomats. I didn't know who the Epstein guy was. Like Chris Tucker says, like, I had no idea. We were on this plane. We were going to Africa, do some diplomatic shit, and turns out I didn't know.
Well, they definitely got people connected to him by using famous people.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
So, my point was, Chris Tucker basically confirmed that the list was like legit because he's on it.
Right.
Dave Chappelle is often seen as someone who stepped away from major deals when he felt uncomfortable with the industry. His decision to walk away from a huge contract is viewed by many as choosing freedom over pressure.
Isn't it weird that that's what we think about when we think about Hollywood? We think about red carpets and people with tuxedos on and ridiculous watches and purses and all just standing there on the red carpet.
It's a tough one.
It's weird.
I mean, I don't knock, and by the way, I don't knock anybody for doing that at all. I don't think, but that ain't what we doing.
No. I'm not interested.
No, it's fun sometimes.
It's just so weird. It's so different than real life.
Investing celebrity to getting more celebrity is a treadmill I don't feel interested in running on in the twilight of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you get it. You know what it's like to be famous.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at fame. When you say fame, I'm not mad at that. Celebrity, well, that's the one.
What's the difference?
It's fine. I was talking to Letterman about it. Celebrity is the role. That's the one on the red carpet. You're famous. It's not that you're not a celebrity, but it's not like you're sticking your pinky toe out on the red carpet. And you're not going places and people saying, what are you wearing?
Right.
You didn't make your life about that. You're not tethered to endorsements and this, that, and the other. You're tethered to yourself, to your journey, to your life, which makes it meaningful.
Right.
It's still unclear whether these stories are isolated incidents or signs of a deeper issue in the entertainment world. What's certain is that more people are now speaking openly about pressure, manipulation, and power struggles behind the scenes. If you want to explore more clips and discussions around this topic, watch the full video, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more breakdowns.